We're back after talking for literally probably an hour.
We've been playing catch up over here and it's been fun. So with that, I'm your co-host Liv.
And I'm your co-host Rachel. And we've got the dirty deets about female cycles today.
Yeah.
That I actually don't know a ton about, which is, I feel like, shameful to say, but I don't think we're alone in this.
No, dude, I was actually thinking about that. Hayden, my fiance, asked me earlier today. He was like, what are you guys going to talk about today? And I was like,
we actually have a topic. Thank you very much.
I have notes over here because I'm like, when you think about being a young girl growing up and like, oh my God, like you got your period. It's like, it's not like it was shameful.
How old were you when you got your period?
Probably 6th grade.
Do you remember 6th grade?
I do.
Well, I guess I was like 7th grade. So
we drank a lot of milk in my household, so growth hormone and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
But it's the case where like it's like, okay, here's a pad, here's a tampon, like from society. Like my mom, she really did her thing to be like, oh my gosh, like let's go celebrate, to make it a positive. But still, society's like, okay, here's a tampon. If you ever want to go swimming again, don't leave it in for longer than 6 hours, or you're gonna lose your legs from toxic shock syndrome.
The period stories. Oh my gosh. I know.
They scare you.
I remember when I got it was like in between like periods at middle school. It's like a 5-minute changing period, to like change classes. And I just found out and I'm like shaking. Okay, I got to get my pad out. And the transition between classes just ended. Now I have to ask the teacher, can I please go to the bathroom? Thank God she said yes, because she could have easily been so like, you just had your break, like what were you doing?
Did your school not have like a code? Like we had a code for like the whole school. Like they like in the girls' locker room, they would talk to us about like, okay, girls, like if you feel embarrassed to ask, you say, I left my purse in like my locker, I think was the phrase, which sounds like
cute. I wish we had that.
I guess none of us carried around purses, so that would have been weird. Or well, I guess it would be like, why would you be asking your teacher in the middle of the class to be like, oh no, I left my purse in my locker? So maybe that's why it seemed normal, but that was the phrase.
I like the idea though that like, there should be like a code or something.
It was code like that whenever we got to middle school, that when the girls were alone in the gym class at the locker room being instructed by all of this, every year they would remind us, this is your code.
Cute. That's cute. Well, I put the pad on wrong. I forgot it had like wings and I didn't know that like you had to take the little plastic part off to like let the wings go.
How do you do this wrong?
So I had like the plastic part still on it and I was just really uncomfortable. I was like, I knew I did it wrong, but I was so terrified.
It was your first time.
Yeah, it was like your first period and I thought like, oh my God, I was gonna be bleeding like crazy. I better just put this pad on, and then I did it wrong, or like I just forgot like the last step. And I'm sitting in class and all I can think about is like, oh my God, I just got my period. Like, am I leaking? Like, is someone going to see the pad? Like, can someone see the blood?
One time I think I actually did like leak like down my leg. And my friend said it and I like made like an excuse like, oh, I cut myself shaving.
Oh, that's smart.
But like, I'm pretty sure she knew that was bullshit. Everything's fine. But like, I'm lucky. I had an older sister.
Yeah,
so
that
like
makes a difference.
It did make it like easier, but
I had like the American Girl doll like girls book
I did
that
too.
Like showed you everything. My mom was like, "This is a fantastic book." I remember her talking to my dad about it. Look at all this.
Wait, that's hilarious.
Like shows you how to do everything.
No, like it's literally like it's like drawings of how to insert a tampon.
Yes,
like,
yeah,
it was, and it was like. Honestly, not that helpful. That was still very difficult.
No, yeah, oh my God, first time using a tampon and having to take it out is like.
I remember my mom was like on the other side of the door, like, you can do it, and I'm literally like, I can't do it.
My poor dad. So one time we went to visit my grandparents, and I got my period, and I'm still a baby at this point. I'm just like 13, 14, and we were supposed to go to a water park that day, and I'm like, oh no, I have to tell my dad that I got my period. So I told my dad. Tell my dad that I got my period. I can't go to the water park. He's like, what do you need? And so like we had to go to the store and get pads. No. And so he's like at the store. He doesn't know what to do. He asks the store clerk, who's a lady. No. She's like,
You're dead.
He's like, excuse me, miss. Like, she just got her period. Like, can you help her? Like, what does she need? Like, she says she's struggling getting a tampon in. Like,
oh my God, this woman is like, so like, I'm not a pharmacist, but
this poor lady.
We're all women here.
She's like, oh, here's what you're gonna need, honey. And like, she puts in the bag. I'm like in Indiana. I'm like, and then I just chilled with my grandparents the whole time. I didn't get to go to the water park. I didn't, because I couldn't use a tampon yet, because isn't there like a seal that has to be broken before you can use a tampon?
Yeah, I wasn't able to do that. I couldn't figure it out. It was a long time. But what I will say is one thing that was missing from all of this wonderful education that we got, and the American Girl doll or American Girl, whatever.
I'm pretty sure they don't talk about that in the book.
What they don't talk about,
I can go back and look,
is cycle syncing.
Cycle syncing.
And phases of your cycle. And that is what we had mentioned this in last week's episode. And we mentioned how we were never taught and we don't really know much about it. And that I feel like it's a big trend right now for women being like, actually, ladies, while the days of our society are structured on 24-hour periods, like a man's cycle, y'all need to get in tune with the way that our bodies actually work. And that's kind of up to us to do. We didn't know a lot about it, so we went and learned a little bit about it to share with y'all.
Yeah, and we got our handy dandy notes here.
Notes this week.
But essentially, it's just like you're not supposed to be doing the 8 or like 9 to 5, wake up every day, grind the same way you do every single day, every week, every month. Like,
right. The wrong way to treat yourself is to have the expectations that you can show up every single day as the same version of you and give your same level of it all every day. That's like being in sync with your cycle means that that's not necessarily an appropriate expectation of your body and your hormones and like your emotional and mental well-being for yourself.
Yeah. So I guess, guys, like, what is cycle syncing? It's literally the practice of aligning your lifestyle, like nutrition, exercise, work, self-care, with the 4 phases of your cycle. So there are 4 phases. We are learning this with you guys, so we're not like professionals at this, but I think it's really worth knowing. And your hormones fluctuate throughout a 28-day cycle. Obviously, it can change. Like, you can have longer or shorter cycles, but we're going off a 28-day cycle for now.
That is what people say. And okay, now this one is not in my notes. This has just been because the internet has been tracking what I've been interested in, right? And I saw this one girl who is a midwife, and she was talking about how, your circadian rhythm for waking up, going to sleep, and whatnot, and how it is affected by artificial lights. I don't understand how the artificial lights affect your other cycles, but apparently you have a circadian rhythm for your hormone cycle and your menstruation as well. And that if you were in sync with your cycle, you would supposedly... Sorry about that, guys. You would, apparently, if you're in sync with without artificial lights or whatever, if you're in sync with your natural hormone cycle, that you would supposedly be getting starting the cycle of your period along with the new moon every month.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? I don't know if that's true. It seems like maybe it is. I don't know. I like to believe it.
No,
it's just
I feel
crazy.
like I've heard some people talk about sorry guys, our phones are just kind of loud. I don't even know if you probably heard that, but you might not have even heard that. Anyways, but yeah, I think like because the moon's on a cycle,
a 28-day cycle, and this is why they say the man is the sun and the woman is the moon. I don't know. You look like you never heard that, but like I've heard that.
No, I have. I'm just like trying to think because I've heard some ladies talk about that. Like when you, I don't want to say praise the moon, but like when you, when you align yourself with the full moon and the cycles of the moon, and I think like certain aspects of like meditation or just like understanding where the moon's at, you can actually sync up with it. Yeah, I've heard of this before. I just haven't. It's been a while since I've like seen it on my feed and For You page, or that I've like looked into this stuff.
It's so interesting to me right now because it's not something that I really knew a lot about. Hence, I took some notes.
The moon controls the tides, guys.
We're literally, feminine energy is the ocean, by the way. So we're all the ocean. Oh,
God, Mother Earth's beautiful.
I actually don't really like the ocean, but that's a different topic.
Well, yeah.
That's just me.
She's a pool gal.
Okay.
You start.
Okay. So, the very first day of your period is day 1 of your cycle. So if you don't know where to start and how your 28 days start.
I was today days old when this is like.
You didn't know? Okay.
No. I actually didn't know how to count my cycle, so this is great.
Thanks for informing me.
Thanks for informing me.
I'm like, pretty much when you learn about your period, it's like, that's why I'm like, no, when you're like a girl and you get your period, it's like, here's pads, here's tampons, you have everything you need to handle it whenever it comes. And you can track it and you can keep count. And the doctor asks, when's the last time you got your period? And I'm like, I don't know. I have to check my calendar and count the days, because sometimes I remember to put it in my calendar and sometimes I don't. But I try every once in a while. But
I use the Flow app. But
okay,
anyways,
good for you.
Go on.
Well, I don't usually actually track it. It's like, I feel
You're
like
also
you
on
get
birth
set
control, so I feel like it's different with birth control.
I agree. And that's why I'm like, I feel like we teach girls, here's how to handle it when and if it happens. Here's birth control so that you can artificially choose it.
Yeah, it's not your actual period. It's not
so
your
many
real
girls,
cycle.
I feel like, take birth control and then never have a period. But girls don't realize, which I learned in a women's health class in college and blew my mind, your period is good for you. Like,
yeah, it is shedding.
Good for you.
It's shedding shit that you don't need anymore.
It also helps protect you against most types of cancer, heart disease, like all of these things. When the hormones release or whatever, it does all of these really like cleansing that protects you against a lot of disease. And so when you stop or prevent your period ongoing for years and years, you're preventing all of this, like your body naturally protecting itself from like cancer and stuff.
Actually, what's really interesting too is like, this is from Medical Medium, Anthony Williams.
Big fans.
We are big fans. You can make your own decision whether you like him or not, but I think he does incredible work. He was talking about periods, and you know, like when you're on your period, it's like suddenly you're breaking out more. Suddenly, like things aren't like, you know, your skin's not looking the best anymore. Like you just feel like you're honestly just breaking out a ton and just sometimes feeling just not great. And what he said was that what we don't realize is our immune system goes, about 80% of it goes to focusing on our period.
80%?
I think it was 80-ish% of our immune system goes towards like, which is why then we can feel so fatigued, to actually like focusing on our period. And so then when what's left behind is like, let's say that 20% to take care of the rest of the toxins and stuff that's going on in your body, like your immune system. And so that's where it's like you can start seeing stuff come up because your body's not fighting it as well.
That's why you would have breakouts and whatnot. Oh, interesting. So maybe it's more than just all the hormones.
Like a 2-part series. I feel like there's actually so much to talk about. I really want to like look at more what he talks about because it's freaking fascinating when it comes to like healing and like.
Well, and that's what's fun for us to bring up the topics we are interested in, because we literally made it to point 1 of my nice long notes page of.
Yeah. So anyways,
day one is the first day of your period. That's as far as we made. And the first day of your period is your cycle. First era, menstruation. Okay, lasts between 1 to 6 days. All the girlies know you're a 3-day girl, 5-day girl, or whatever. But that's approximately what it's going to last for you. And so I like that in some of the research I was doing, we were comparing your phases of the month, your seasons, if you will, of like your phases of the moon, your phases of your cycle to the actual seasons. And so we have your menstruation is winter. Okay, you guys, this phase is characterized as a time for rest, reflection, and renewal. So a lot of times you might not feel like working out. This is time for rest, okay? So unless you feel like it maybe helps your cramps, and helps your symptoms, actually give your body rest. And don't do harsh workouts, not like the HIIT, not the strength training, but just, you know, if you feel like a surge of energy, it's recommended, you know, go for it. But that's the biggest piece of advice for this phase of your cycle is to listen to your body and know that there's going to be a drop of energy and that's normal. And so honor that. Gentle yoga and walks are going to be best for your winter era.
To go off of that, I was seeing a homeopathic doctor and she was helping me with ovarian cysts and like healing from endometriosis, and she said the same thing. She said she also correlated it with like your chi, and it's like if you're on your period, you're shedding, like things are coming out of you. You don't want to reverse that energy. I also saw a Chinese doctor who did like traditional medicine, who did acupuncture, and he was saying the same thing, where it's like you don't want to reverse your chi. So it's like intercourse, like really heavy workouts, like reverses your chi. And it's the time where it's like, no, it's like long walks, like just like allowing your body to rest, allow it to shed, allow it to get rid of, you know, whatever's coming out.
Well, and I've been seeing a lot about that when it comes to like, okay, when you're in your menstruation, yes, your body is like in this kind of weakened state because of all of these things that we've said, turns out. And if y'all been listening for a minute, you know your girl over here loves a good cold plunge. I have been stopping myself from like day 1, day 2, day 3. I've been laying off. I've been trying to like, you know, honor my body and say, okay, I'm in a weakened state. Maybe I don't shock my system and push my system to the edge at a time like that. So, you know, the daily cycle, again, the 24-hour cycle is for the man. So cold plunging on an everyday cycle would probably be really good for men, but I am not a man. And so to honor my body, I've tried to lay off when I'm actually in the menstruation.
Great point. Yeah, I was extremely tired after a 36-hour trip, and Luke was like, why don't you, like, my husband was like, why don't you go take a cold plunge? And I was like, no, because I'm extremely exhausted right now, and I'm just like, if I do that, like, my adrenals are gonna, I'm just gonna like shoot my adrenals. Like, I'm not supposed to be shocking my body right now. Like, I need to rest. I'm not like a guy. I need to rest. Like, it's just not gonna be the best for me.
I'm jealous for how simple it is for them, but I will say it's not like it's more simple for them. It's just maybe more known, you know.
It's just different.
And so along with this phase as well, we've got tips, you guys. We're going through tips for exercise, diet, and mindset for each of these phases here. So diet-wise, spicy food, not recommended. Again, because it has to do with being gentle to your system. Your gut, foods that hurt your gut is what you want to avoid. We've all heard about iron-rich foods being great for this phase, your menstruation.
I crave a steak like
red
no
meat.
other.
Yeah, red meat, steak, lentils, leafy greens. Bring back that iron. You know you're shedding a lot of iron because, you know, that's what they like. That's where your cramps come from, is because you're losing so much iron so quickly. All that blood. That's why you get cramped up right there. It's like your lack of hydration, kind of like a Charlie horse. That's the way I try to describe it to my fiance. I'm like, it's a Charlie horse just right in the middle of your abdomen.
I would definitely agree that I think the cramps have to do with like overall health,
hydration, and like
of your body.
But what's really good then is omega-3s. Okay, you guys, canned fish and magnesium. We're low in magnesium during this phase of our cycle. So you want chocolate, right? A lot of us crave chocolate, but we're not talking the sugary Hershey's bars here. We're talking good quality dark chocolate because it's actually a good source of magnesium for you. And some other good sources are nuts and avocados. So, you know, if you don't remember eating all those kinds of foods, cool, you can always ask ChatGPT. We love. But those are just some recommendations for that phase of your cycle. And the goals are magnesium, think rest, and omega-3s as well as iron. So the mindset and self-care tips during your menstruation cycle is slow down, relax, and listen, right? They actually say that a woman's intuition is heightened during this phase. And so if you really are paying attention to your body, that this is the best time for journaling, meditating, and sleep, because yes, your body is cleansing physically, but also, as you mentioned, with all of the talk about the chi, you're also cleansing energetically. And that's why they say that this is a time for reflection, because any of those ideas or questions that you might have, listen to yourself when you're in your menstruation cycle, because your intuition is heightened. And where you might be unsure about some things from day to day, I don't know, maybe tune into what you're thinking when you're in your menstruation cycle.
Yeah, no, I mean, your intuition's everything.
Where the answers all lie.
That's what I'm saying, guys. Okay, well then the second phase is follicular. Right? Is that how you say it?
Yeah,
follicular?
I think so.
6 to 14 days. So essentially that's like springtime, new beginnings. That is my theme for this year. So I love that I'm talking about that right now.
Ooh.
So this is when your estrogen rises. Now you have increased energy, motivation, creativity, time to amp it up, guys. Okay, if you want that good ass workout, it's probably now, right after you had your period. You're probably not as bloated anymore. Honestly, either.
Dude, I this isn't the phase, plot twist, right? We're on spring, we're just amping up, but like I feel so good in the days after my period.
Yeah.
Like I feel the amp up. Like I feel like
like
Ooh,
everything's
it's over.
Yeah.
Like I feel that.
We're coming out from the rut. It's
Literally,
like
winter
the
is
glow
over.
up.
The ice has
The post-period
defrosted,
glow
you
up.
guys.
Oh, yeah, true. Okay, so exercise is you're gonna have a lot more stamina and strength. So HIIT workout, strength training, nutrition is that. Estrogen can be appetite suppressing, so you may want less. So focus on protein and fiber to have sustained energy, complex carbs for brain function, folate and B vitamins for cellular support. And if you don't know what to eat, you all do not forget we have access to the internet. Okay, sorry, I'm reading a script right here. Guys, just look it up, okay? There's supplements out there. There's healthy, clean supplements out there. If you have a well-rounded diet, you're eating organic foods, lots of like whatever, like
protein and fiber,
like
because you generally, estrogen suppresses your appetite, so you might not want food or like less food. So it's like whatever you do choose to eat, make it something with protein and fiber so you can actually
make it clean.
Don't starve
too.
yourself.
Make it clean. Okay, so mindset and self-care. I guess you're going to be feeling a lot more social, creative, and opening to new opportunities. I feel like, you're just, I'm throwing the script away right now, but I think you're probably just feeling like, oh, okay, I'm done with that. I'm like ready to get my groove back on. Like, who wants to hang out? Like, let's go hit a workout. You know? You're just you're feeling better. You're probably not feeling as groggy when you wake up out of the bed.
Well, and that's what they say about this phase. They say that this is the phase where you have a greater capacity to take on harder things. So things that you've maybe been putting off like all week or a month like that you don't want to do. Well. Right. It's like, this is spring cleaning,
the reborn.
You know that thing that's been lingering over your head. Like right now I need to renew my vehicle registration, lingering over my head. Like apparently I need my follicular phase to feel like the actual time to
You just
do
reminded me I have to like get a new ID.
I don't like that. So apparently your follicular phase is the best time to schedule that for yourself, because you just have a better capacity emotionally and mentally to take on the harder things, to take risks, start projects, and meet new people.
Okay, wait, I want to talk about the next one, because the next one's my favorite one. Ovulation. This is when you're juicy, loosey goosey. Okay.
No, literally. Wait, okay, but it's described as summer, you guys, because it literally, everyone out there is like, y'all, this is the best.
That is my season.
Like, this is it.
That is my season.
I'm a summer baby. What
Sorry,
can
I said
say?
spring. Spring is the theme, but summer, I'm a summer girl. Okay. I know when I'm ovulating to a T, that is how I got pregnant. First try for both.
Obviously you do. You're good. You're good at this.
Track my cycle. What I do is I just do the Flow app. I tap when like my cycle starts, when it ends. You can put everything in there. Actually, I can do it with my Oura Ring too. It tracks temperature, but I haven't done that yet. I've just used the Flow app, and that's just like, that's when your skin is glowy, dewy. Like, that's when you're not bloated.
And I will say, this is what pisses me off about this phase, if you will. 14 to 16 days. I'm sorry, tell me how the best one is the shortest.
Oh, yeah, like day 14 and 16.
Day 14 to day 16. So you only have, like, you got a window, y'all, for, like, your peak right here.
Yeah, it's like
I guess that's why it's a
days.
peak.
It's like a little less than a week. Okay. And so that's my argument, though, when people are like, if you're not protecting, then you're trying or something with having a baby.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
False, guys. False. If you know your cycle, you'll understand that you cannot get pregnant every single day of your cycle. If you understand how sperm works, it can live in you up to like 3-ish days. So if you have it right before you're ovulating, and then that ovulation mark hits where like the egg just drops, then there's a chance of you getting pregnant. But after the egg has dropped, after that, you cannot get pregnant until you are back again at your about to ovulate. Just FYI.
And that's scientifically and, you know, how we've developed as species, that when that egg drops, you are at your peak attractiveness. I mean, we all
pheromones.
know. I don't like when guys are like, oh, you put too much stuff in your skin, yada yada. It's like, oh, like the girls will all be like, my skin looks dull, my pores look huge, and guys don't understand this. This is because they don't watch the change in their skin from week to week like we do. Because I know when you're like, you wake up and you're like, damn, my skin looks good.
Yeah.
You at least have that day once a month, and where you look at yourself and you're like, I'm having a good day.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're in ovulation.
Yes, literally. Like, you will feel it. You will have that glowy look. You're gonna be again a little maybe ready to have some sexy time. Like you're gonna be feeling good. That's what it is. Mother Nature knows what it's
literally
up to.
says your most vibrant, social, main character energy. Bring it. You want to do everything, and you do look the best because this is the phase where you do have peak testosterone. The testosterone rises. That's also something that pissed me off because I'm like, you're telling me I look the best with testosterone. No wonder these men walk around without fucking skincare and have like no pimples because they're like full of testosterone. And I'm like,
and why they're just horn dogs all the time? Because I'm like, if you feel like this all the time, like
yeah, because when we're in ovulation, your peak testosterone, so your libido, your energy, and your strength all surges. This is the best time of the month for strength training, for hitting PRs. Okay, like you're trying to max out at the gym and you're trying to like lift some weights and be strong. This is your moment to max out during the month.
Yeah, I also love how it says that we like want to focus on like berries, olive oil, like all the good antioxidants and like healthy fats. I don't know why that just sounds so good. Like that girl lunch that we all know we're talking about. Ooh. But you got some like olive oil, some bread, like some olives.
You just
like
snack. I mean, that's
it's just like it's just good.
Yeah, so you're a lot more sexually inclined, and this because of that too, like feeling in your sexy, zesty phase here. Circuit training, dance classes, high impact movement for exercise. I feel that like, you know, like those pole dancing classes. We did that at a friend's bachelorette party. I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a vibe if you're in your ovulation phase.
So I wish you knew your cycle because then you could see if you're going to be on your period for your wedding.
No, I know my cycle well enough to know that I'll get my period the week before. So I'm fucking lit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Lit for that.
Oh my God.
Okay, you guys, like, I'm sorry. I watch the glowy skin. And I will either be in spring or hopefully we'll hit my peak summer when it comes to ovulation. But yeah, I know. I like that under nutrition. Okay. We are focused on zinc for immune health, antioxidants. Your hormones are switching, right? Testosterone's rising. So that's crazy. Men get that surge every day, right? They have the 24-hour cycle. So once a day they get their surge of testosterone where they're fucking feeling it. I would like a man to track his like 24 hours so I know like what is the window where you feel you're like best?
Yeah, I don't know how they would do that.
I want to know. So this is only making me ask more questions because
I mean you could track like heart rate and like like all that stuff that
I wonder the data from the Oura
Rings track, but I don't know.
I'm so interested in that because if we can track it and we actually know when we can count on our hormones to release a surge of testosterone and we can count on the glowing skin, the higher libido, the stronger, like better impact for weightlifting and how to take care of yourself when it comes to eating the right kinds of foods.
Yeah.
Like they need a little snack time of berries and olive oil. I don't know how to take care of them like that.
No, they'd be like, give me steak.
All of a sudden it's easier to be a woman. Nobody that's so controversial to say. Anyway, but yeah, this is the time where for mindset and self-care, best time for networking. That's kind of funny. Like you feeling like so social, like go network. Okay.
It's funny because sometimes you just feel like you got the energy in the room. Like, and it's probably because you're in the phase. Yeah. I've done that. I've had that happen where it's like you walk into a room, you freaking own that room. You know you own that room and shit gets done. And I've had other times where I'm just like, don't look at me.
Literally. And it's crazy because I feel like as girls, a lot of us understand that. And it's so funny because I think that I would have always looked at it as like, oh gosh, like I hope that, you know, I'm feeling it. And you think that it's just going to be based off of, I don't know, the mood, the vibe or whatever happens that day. Dude, it's not. It's based off of your cycle. Oh. Like you actually can anticipate things based on the phases of your cycle. And if you're in ovulation, lucky you, okay? Because that's when you should be going to public events,
so you should schedule interviews for new jobs.
True,
go
right?
on
You
some
look
dates.
your most attractive and you feel your most confident. If you're single, I'm sorry, like
I'm sure your highest intuition will
be getting out there during your ovulation.
Yeah, for real.
I don't want to even know what the pheromones are doing during that time.
Pheromones, love them. Okay, well then the next phase is luteal phase, so that's day 17 through 28.
We've made it to the fourth one.
Tough times. Is it really? I guess that makes sense.
And that makes me sad because this phase is the longest, okay?
Wait, third hormone is progesterone. What are the first two? Oh, estrogen.
Estrogen and testosterone.
Oh, Jesus.
And in this phase, okay, this is day 17 to 28. I'm sorry, you're telling me that fall, the tough times phase of the luteal, is our longest phase. Y'all, after you ovulate.
That makes sense because that's when the sun goes down way faster, and I don't like that.
Fall has its charm, but
yeah, it's
not
cute.
In this context.
The leaves are crunchy. The breeze feels nice, but the sun needs to stay up.
So progesterone rises in your body because your body still thinks it doesn't know if your egg was fertilized or not. So it is preparing you for that potential pregnancy. And this is where people really start to feel the symptoms, right? PMS. This is like what we were saying last week. Before menstruation starts again.
Yeah, so your hormone levels drop dramatically if your egg isn't fertilized, and body's gonna be real dramatic. So
it's so funny, the stuff I was reading on this literally.
You should start tracking that. You'll start knowing when you're getting sassy.
It was literally acting like, no, your body is mad at you. It's throwing a fit right now. And this phase is your body throwing a fit because it's I wanted a baby. You didn't give it to me. It's giving that girl on TikTok, Maddie, who does the fucking I gotta cut that out because I don't remember I don't know how to describe what she does on social media.
What does she do?
So good. Where she does it's not metaphors, but she acts out as if she's different pieces of your body and stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. I've seen those types of things.
It's Inside Out, but for your organs.
Wait, that's actually funny. I have to see that.
Okay. So your energy is going to decline and your introspection deepens.
Guys,
all right?
This is usually when someone will just give you a look and you just break down. You're like, what is your issue? Then you start crying. Things are not going well. You're tripping over your own feet. You're bumping into cabinets. You're stubbing your toe. You look ugly.
No, your glow is gone and you're mad about it. Your body's mad at you. You're mad at your body. We're not in sync right now. No, but literally. And then it's funny because it's saying your body is going to be so dramatic. I have also heard that your hormones go dramatic because it makes you mad at your guy. Okay, I have heard this too as if you have your significant other that you live with, your body he's now an ick because biologically speaking, he did not get you pregnant. So your body's mad at him and everything he does is an ick because now it's okay, let's go move on. He didn't get us pregnant. Let's find someone new.
This is also why people have said being on birth control changes what you think of your partner sometimes if you've been on it for so long and then you come off of it, because now when you come off of it, it's going to be not synthetic hormones that are working. You're going to be feeling yourself.
That's what's so insane because your hormones control your fucking brain. It's literally a part of your brain and personality. It's insane.
We just sniff them out. That's how you find your man.
There you go.
Okay, wait. So for nutrition, I see on here quinoa. How do you say quinoa? I say quinoa and I get made fun of for it.
Dude, wait. I was watching a video and the girl kept saying quinoa too on this. Quinoa.
I say quinoa. Oh my gosh.
No,
I get made fun of this. Oh gosh. Yeah, no, it's me. Quinoa.
Dude, it wasn't just you. It was the fucking girl whose video I was watching on this. I watched a few videos, y'all. And the girl who was suggesting quinoa. I was like, is she fucking mean quinoa right now?
Quinoa.
I'm dead. I've never heard anyone say quinoa. So the fact that you're also saying it right now, that's insane.
Luke literally makes
fun of you too?
Yeah. Do you want some quinoa?
Does your mom say quinoa? Where do you get that from?
I don't know. Anyways,
I want to talk. I do some shit sometimes.
Nutrition. Avoid caffeine. Don't do fasting. Don't start new projects that can wait a week. And you're gonna want to eat some. What do you want to eat? Some potatoes?
You want carbs, y'all. You want carbs. We know we want
Go
carbs.
get that pasta dinner.
I know there are some times where I'm like, you know what? I just really would like a yummy pasta.
A yummy pasta.
A whole
giant plate of butter noodles, please.
No, literally, that sounds so good. With some cheese and we'll crack some salt on top. But yes, okay. So you need more carbs. and you're going probably craving carbs, but your hunger is going to increase. Now, don't get stressed out about your hunger increasing leading up to your period, because during this phase, which in this respect, glad that it's the longest one, you burn the most calories, the most sedentary calories during this phase. So if you have a spike in hunger, your body is also burning more calories. So be kind to yourself. Eat the fucking slice of bread.
Yeah, you're gonna be bloated regardless. You might as well just eat the
Honestly,
carbs, guys.
so true. So it talks about healthy carbs, and that hence the quinoa, sweet potato,
quinoa.
Healthy carbs. Think healthy carbs. And then this is where those the cravings, Jesus Christ, if we can talk today.
We're starving over here.
Starving of magnesium starts. Okay, so bring in that dark chocolate again, and the protein as well, because if you're going to be eating all of those carbs, be sure that you are balancing it with protein to keep from those insane blood sugar spikes from carbs. Okay, keep the healthy carbs and balance it with protein. Leafy greens as well. Bring in the iron. You're gonna be.
Yeah,
hurting.
leafy greens are good. Preferably not from a box. Last time I got
leafy
boxed
greens from a box.
Well,
what do
you
mean?
can like buy a box from like Whole Foods. I was like fluttering. I was like looking through, like the plastic boxes of. Okay, well, last time I saw that, I was like going through the leaves, and there was bugs.
I'm scared. Stop it!
So
I always
don't
buy them
nope,
like that.
I don't buy them anymore.
I have that in my fridge right now.
Go bring it out. Let's see if we find a bug.
Pause.
I'm dead ass. They're like little red
No.
things. Yep. And
Okay.
I was like, nope.
It'll be interesting. The YouTube will enjoy this. I'm scared.
Oh my god. Okay, I really hope I don't find one. But like, maybe it was just my box.
I mean, mine's from Deer Burgers.
Is it
Like this? This is what you're talking about?
Yeah. Like,
Okay,
and it was,
YouTube.
like, this was from like.
I've got Organic Girl. Don't let
Mine
me
was
down.
from Whole
Organic Girl.
Foods. It was like the 365 washed stuff. Do I just go through this?
Y'all, Rachel is going through my Organic Girl 50-50 salad mix. No, but like we have some strong lights over here, so we get to see. I didn't see any bugs, but I just will take handfuls, and throw them in a pan. Yeah, I mean, that's why you get them like this.
Handfuls.
It's so convenient to just take a handful, and like this one's already mixed. You've got all kinds of leafy greens, because I remember too when I was vegetarian, it was such a big deal to rotate your greens, and I understand that too. That's okay if you drop a leaf or two. I have dogs here this week, so they're gonna be. No. Oh my God. You guys, I just saw the reflection of the recording light, and you said it was tiny red bugs, and I saw it reflected in the plastic container.
I can't believe I'm looking through this right now.
It's hilarious.
I really hope
Rachel's
I don't
keeping me
find
safe. This is a true friend. Okay.
No,
Am I
like,
bug free?
The problem is like,
I'm bug free. Eat your leafy greens, people.
I think you're bug free, but like, what if it's like
Don't
under
scare
the next
me.
leaf? You know what I'm saying?
This is thorough. This is some mom stuff right here.
No, because like I can't do anymore. No, like you're not.
No, it looks like there was one on the leaf.
Through every single leaf.
Okay, well, you know what? I've just learned to be extra conscious.
Yeah, just look through your leafy lettuce, guys, because.
Are you literally in your freaking luteal phase right now, being reflective, introspective? That's what's happening.
Okay. Well, I think your coast is clear on this.
Yay. Look at us go. Thank you.
Coast is clear, guys.
So in this phase, y'all, you need to be the most gentle with yourself, okay? Your appetite is going to increase. Your skin is no longer glowy. And you are...
just look ugly.
Declining. You're declining, literally. You're going down. And so this is the best phase to implement your self-care routine. Whatever that is. Like, if you do a face mask just even once a month, you do it during this phase. Like, this is when you do the full marinate on the couch. You know how they've rebranded?
Slugging.
They've rebranded from rotting on the couch to marinating.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, because now it's like habit stack it. If you're going to sit inside watching reality TV all day, my dream, you also do it with like a face mask, like paint your toenails, like, habit stack and do something to make yourself feel good. Pay attention to your sleep and your emotions as well, because the goal of cycle syncing, you guys, is that if you actually take care of yourself through these phases, trying to eat in line with some of these foods, trying to recognize, hey, when you're in your luteal, maybe if that thing that's going to take a ton of your energy, if it can wait till next week, don't feel bad about letting it wait till next week, okay? If you need to put off a date till, you know, you're ready for your new beginnings phases, like, be gentle with yourself and actually honor that, because if you take care of yourself through cycle syncing, I was reading so much about how girls say it removes all of like their symptoms. You're not warring with your body anymore.
Yeah.
So you're not fighting yourself. You're not feeling these awful symptoms. You're honoring your body and you're relaxing throughout it all, and you're leaning into high increased intuition.
Yeah. No, I'm 100% in agreement with that, of just being in tune with your body. It says so much, and you'll like literally be able to feel when you're going through these transitions of your cycle, and you'll be able to make better decisions for yourself. You'll be able to possibly get pregnant faster if you're trying to have a baby or not. And you'll also be able to be aware of if you're starting to PMS or if your period is coming because of your mood and how you're feeling. And then you can probably be less harsh on yourself when you realize that this is real. It's not just in your head. The world's not coming to an end. You're just in fall of your cycle.
Yes. And so I hope that if anything, maybe you got at least one fun fact out of that, because I found it super, super interesting to learn. No, literally.
On the spot.
That's what's fun about it. So we're having fun doing it. We appreciate it, and we hope that you guys had fun listening.
Bye, guys.
See ya.